we knew the Montreal Canadiens would be in tough after Carey Price went down with a leg injury in Game 1 of their series against the New York Rangers and then dropping their first 2 games at home. But now the Habs have made it a series, winning at Madison Square Garden last night, led by the stellar efforts of rookie goaltender Dustin Tokarski. Joining us to break down the series, Hockey Central analyst Doug Maclean, who is in New York. Good morning, Doug.
How are you?
I'm good. You know, I watched you on Hockey Central, or I listened to you Hockey Central at noon yesterday. You said that it blew your mind initially that Michel Therrien went with Tokarski over Budaj, but are you on the bandwagon yet?
Okay, Tara, don't be smart this time in the morning. You're giving me a hard time already. I don't like it. But listen. He was shaky to start the game. He was shaky halfway through the game, but I'll tell you what, he was magnificent the third period. A couple of great saves on Martin St. Louis. The team did a reasonable job in front of him. Listen, this is a team that gives up a ton of grade A scoring chances. So this young guy, 24-year-old, with minimal games in the NHL, stood in his head, and now I'm really ticked off at you, Tara, for giving me a shot. I get up early in the morning to be with you, and look what happens.
Come on, I'm a fellow Maritimer. Let's be nice to each other. You know, Montreal only had 13 shots after the second period yesterday. Why is it so hard, and has it been so hard for them to generate offense against this team?
Well, I'll tell you, it was a ragged game. I mean, talk about turnovers. I mean, through the neutral zone, coming out of their own zone, constant breakups. They couldn't generate their speed. Rangers are a reasonable defensive team. And then when you look at Girardi, Stahl, McDonough, pretty solid blue line that really gives the Canadiens problems. But I'll tell you what, the Gallagher, Desharnais, Pacioretty line really came through in a big way. I thought Gallagher was absolutely outstanding for a young kid. He's been Montreal's best forward, in my opinion, throughout the playoffs. Every shift he was causing problems. So, you know what? They didn't generate great chances. They found a way to hang in there, much like they did in the Bruins series. And now we've got a series on our hands. Are you really a Maritimer?
I'm from Halifax. Yeah.
Well, that's okay. I thought maybe PEI, but okay, I'll let it go.
Please, please. Let's talk about Thomas Vanek. A lot of talk about him, even people wondering whether or not he would be a healthy scratch yesterday, got demoted to the 4th line. What's up with him, and who else needs to step up?
I absolutely love Therrien saying, don't read anything into it. Just a minute, a $7 million player, and he's on the 4th line. What you read into that, Michel Therrien, is that they're really, really ticked off at him. And they should be. He's been all but invisible. Yeah, he's chipped in a few goals here and there on the power play, but he did make a good pass to Briere on a big goal last night. But he's been not very good. He's supposed to be the guy to put them over the hump. He's looked disinterested. People say, is they need him to come alive. If they're going to win this series or have a chance to win this series, they desperately need him. Look, he doesn't have to be the big physical guy. He doesn't have to be that dump, but he's got to score. And look, he's hardly had a shot on goal in the last few games.
Last question for you, Doug. Some disciplinary action pending, potentially. Press hit on Derek Stepan. Also, Carcillo making contact with the ref. What are your predictions to that end?
Well, the Carcillo's in trouble. I mean, he manhandled that linesman for a period of time. That's up to the discretion of the referees after the game to make a decision on that ruling. Does he get nailed big time? Do they let it slide? I suspect he gets something for it. Prust was a late hit. Do they consider it a blind side? I thought more it was a late hit. I think he may get a game or so, but it'll be real interesting to see the ruling. But I'll tell you what, the Prust hit set the tone for the Habs. It gave them some confidence to start the game. Seeing Stepan laid out there was a good thing mentally for the Habs when they were a little uptight coming into this game. Give Prust credit for at least getting it going for the Habs.
Well, at this point, it is whatever it takes. Doug, thank you very much for getting up so early and joining us this morning. Game 4, Sunday in New York. Habs can even the series. Puck drop, 6 o'clock. Take care.
Thanks, Tara.
And more information, as always, breakfasttelevision.ca, Hockey Central panelist Doug Maclean.